Right now, deputies at Dane County Jail attacked by an inmate. We have the latest. But first, a local organization aims to give people of all abilities a chance to cast their lines. And the Capitol gets artsy once again as Art Fair on the Square returns, and with it, thousands of people. That's all coming up at 10. Well, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Armand Rahman. It was a beautiful day for fishing on the waters of Lake Mendota. One Madison organization says the aim of their event today was to make sure everyone gets the chance to catch a trophy winner. Braden Ross reports.
Nathan Anderson is going for the big one.
Probably aiming for like top game fish, like bigger fish.
He's spending the morning with his friend Vaughn doing what he loves most.
What more could you ask for? It's a gorgeous day, sit out on the boat, relax in the water. I mean, that's good for everybody.
For Nathan and many others, this is the event of the summer.
There you go. This is kind of their summer vacation in a way.
For one Saturday every summer, Fishing Has No Boundaries gives people with disabilities the chance to get out on the water.
We have everything from the bait and boats and medics on site and lunch afterwards.
Brienne Fleming has been coming to the event for years.
I caught a 14 and a half white bass last year. And it was just like the memories, you know, about that, catching that bass, having the volunteers help me bring it in. It was such a great moment.
She says she loves the fishing, but really it's the friendships she's made that shine.
I really don't know anybody when I first came. And now, like, I'm getting to know a lot of people that has the same, like, issues as me or the same disability as me.
A lot of boaters like to go with the same participants each year too. And actually during the year afterwards, people will go fishing with each other, and that's how they build their community and build organic friendships and relationships.
Nathan couldn't agree more.
It's nice helping getting new friends, meeting new people.
And his love for the sport is contagious.
He taught me what I know, and I enjoy it. I even bought my own fishing rod last year, so I can go fishing whenever I want to now.
Reporting in Waunakee, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
And Fishing Has No Boundaries was able to take 60 participants out on the water this year. They're always looking for more boats and volunteers to give even more people the chance to catch a prize winner. And runners hit the road this morning to help raise awareness and garner support for those affected by brain tumors. The starting gun for the 10th annual Madison Brain Tumor 5K went off at 9 a.m. this morning. The event hopes to spread awareness for brain tumors and support patients, caregivers, and survivors. It was started in 2014 in memory of Douglas Pink, who passed away from a brain tumor.
So with his passing, we decided to take kind of our grief and our loss and turn that energy into something positive that could be passed on. We could share with the community. We could help have a community of support to support others that were going through a similar type of life event, but also raise funding and awareness for glioblastoma research.
And so far, they've raised $71,000 of their $75,000 goal for the National Brain Tumor Society. And a good day for running and biking out there, wasn't it, Jacob?
Yeah, conditions were very nice, especially considering that we're at the time of the year where the average high temperature is in the 80s. So it is the warmest time of the year. So we definitely got to appreciate the temperatures we saw today and the temperatures we're seeing right now. 68 in Madison. It is gorgeous out here, and across our area, much of the same. Although there are some chilly spots up north, it has already dropped into the upper 50s, but a lot of southern Wisconsin in the 60s, with some locations actually still hanging on to the 70s at this hour. High temperatures today were in the lower 80s for a lot of locations, but other areas got into the or only stayed in the upper 70s. So for the most part, it's hard to argue with the forecasts and conditions that we saw today. We could be using that little bit of rainfall that we've been lacking the last couple of months, but nonetheless, it was a very nice day out. Current wind speeds very calm. Some places registering wind speeds up to 8 miles per hour, but for the most part, we're not really seeing anything with the wind. And as far as the forecast for tonight, lows around 60 for Madison, but up north, we could see lows dropping into the 40s. Now, speaking of the drought, we do have a chance of rainfall next week, which should help, and a pretty good chance of rainfall, I might add. I'll have more details a little bit later in the show.
Jacob, thank you. A Madison summertime staple and a great opportunity for artists to showcase their work hit the Capitol this morning. The 65th Annual Art Fair on the Square runs today and tomorrow around the Capitol Square. The Madison Museum of Contemporary Art is hosting that festival. It features over 400 artists from around the country, and when attendees aren't checking out all the cool art, they can enjoy live music played on 3 different stages throughout the whole event. Around 200,000 people from all around flock to the festival each year.
It gets me to look at stuff that I wouldn't normally look at, and that's kind of neat, right? I mean, I think it broadens me out in some ways.
Funds raised from the fair help support the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art. It helps keep the State Street Museum's admission free year-round. And Fitchburg got fast and furious today as they extended their 4th of July celebrations with the Festival of Speed. The festival offered live music, food, beer, and fireworks, and of course, those races through the streets. There were multiple divisions of a 25-mile bike ride, plus a 5K run and walk, and a 1-mile race.
It's pretty intense, and you have to watch your wheel the whole time. The corners are tight, people are trying to move up on you, and you have to kind of earn your spots. And you don't want to be sitting out in front because you're doing all the work and pushing in the wind, so you kind of have to use some strategy.
After their events, racers could join right back in on the party. All finishers received 2 free beers with their medal. And switching gears, officials say a Dane County deputy was attacked by a resident at the Dane County Jail last night. A press release sent out this morning says the deputy was speaking with a resident in an interview when the man tried to harm him with a makeshift weapon. Other deputies were alerted of that altercation, and they were able to control the man and take him to a cell. 2 deputies suffered minor injuries and were evaluated at a local hospital. The incident is under investigation, and officials say charges against the man are pending. And the U.S. Attorney's Office says a Fitchburg man was sentenced yesterday to nearly 3 years in federal prison for having an illegal gun. 27-year-old Derek Johnson pleaded guilty in April to charges of being a felon in possession of a firearm. He was sentenced to 33 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. Johnson was arrested in December after Fitchburg police say they saw him hide a gun in a bush. Small amounts of drugs were allegedly found in his pockets during that arrest. Officials say he was on supervised release when he was arrested last year following a 2018 conviction. And a woman who was charged in the 2019 death of her boyfriend in Juneau County was sentenced to 40 years in prison today. Online court records show 31-year-old Crystal Ferris was also sentenced to 20 years of extended supervision. Ferris pleaded no contest in April to a felony second-degree intentional homicide charge in the death of 26-year-old Jason Daly of Necedah. Charges of hiding a corpse and 4 counts of felony bail jumping were read but dismissed. Daly was found dead of blunt force trauma during a welfare check at a Necedah home in November of 2019. Ferris will serve her sentence consecutive to a pair of prior convictions she pleaded guilty for: disorderly conduct in 2020 and battery by prisoners last year. And the Sauk County Sheriff's Office gave an update yesterday on missing 13-year-old James Yablonsky. Officials say, quote, all avenues are being looked into in the search for the teen. They say multiple investigators are reviewing tips, interviews, and electronic information. Other locations of interest have been searched, but they did not give further details on what those locations are. Yablonsky reportedly left his house overnight June 12th and into the 13th. Local law enforcement said they found evidence that suggests he's evading them and trying to live off the grid in the woods in rural Sauk County. And new today, Iowa Republicans voted to hold their first in-the-nation caucus on January 15th. The state central committee of the Iowa GOP voted unanimously on the date, which falls on the federal holiday Martin Luther King Day. This is the earliest start of the presidential nominating process since 2012, when they gathered on January 3rd. And tomorrow, President Biden leaves for a pivotal NATO summit in Lithuania as the alliance's 31 members debate whether to offer membership to Ukraine. Today, the president and first lady visited the beach near Delaware. On Friday, the president said the latest jobs report shows his economic strategy is working. But is it? And TBS's Natalie Brand has those details.
President Biden says this latest jobs report shows steady growth, but economists say the job market is also showing some signs of cooling, while high prices remain a hot topic for candidates and consumers.
It's bad. It's still bad.
At the grocery store, shoppers say they're still feeling pinched.
Even when you buy less, it's still expensive.
Even as wage growth, up 4.4% over the past year, according to Friday's jobs report, slightly outpaces inflation. Economists say the latest data likely points to another interest rate hike expected later this month.
With the rates running well above the Fed's target of 2%, the Fed looks at that and says, oh, we still have more work to do.
But with the unemployment rate down to near historic lows at 3.6%, President Biden is doubling down on his economic strategy heading into 2024.
I believe that every American willing to work hard should be able to get a good job, afford good health care, no matter where they live in every part of the country, if they're willing to work. That's the American dream. That's Bidenomics.
A recent poll shows only 34% of U.S. adults approve of how President Biden has handled the economy. GOP presidential hopefuls are trying to seize on that sentiment.
Groceries and gas are still high. American families feel it. You can call it whatever you want, but it's not the American dream.
I will end and stop Biden's inflation nightmare, bring down interest rates, and appoint a special team to attack the high price of fertilizer and other farm products.
Former President Trump, speaking to farmers in Iowa on Friday, focused much of his speech on attacking Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who in recent polling still trails Trump, but is the only other Republican candidate to have regular support in the double digits. At the White House, I'm Natalie Brand, CBS News.
And today marked 500 days since Russia invaded Ukraine. The war has made 6 million Ukrainians refugees, according to the United Nations. More than 9,000 citizens have been killed and at least 15,000 have been wounded. The real toll, however, is feared to be much higher. Winning looks a long way off as the war entered its 500th day. Prosecutors in Kharkiv have been collecting Russian rockets as evidence of attacks against civilians, including cluster bombs like those President Biden authorized sending yesterday. U.S. allies like the UK, Germany, and Spain have all expressed their opposition to sending the weapons, but Ukraine says they're needed to break through.
Their use makes more sense against Russian forces in the forests, he said, the open areas, trenches and defense positions, rather than urban areas.
The cluster munitions are part of the latest aid package the U.S. is sending to Ukraine, worth $800 million. That brings the U.S. total to more than $41 billion since the 2022 invasion. And switching gears, people in 17 states may be able to see the Northern Lights next week, July 13th. And if it's on your bucket list, it might be a chance if you live in many of the states that border Canada. The glow is produced by electrons from space that interact with the sun and Earth's magnetic field. The higher the geomagnetic activity, the brighter the aurora. The Space Weather Prediction Center says if you're interested in seeing them, you should get away from city lights. And as the day approaches, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration will monitor their activity and release a forecast of its own. And still ahead on News at 10, the weather dealing a 1-2 punch of extreme heat and severe storms around the country. And is there an end in sight to our drought? Jacob has the answer in your first Warren Forecast.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Now get a Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Lightning with 3.9% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 retail trade assist cash and $500 low APR cash.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The MyPillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, MyPillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
We've been spending a lot more time than ever at home these days. Maybe now you've just noticed cold air coming in from a couple windows, which means you're losing heat in the winter, losing cooling in the summer, losing money. Now is the time for new windows and patio doors from Renewal by Andersen. And right now, when you buy one window or patio door, get one at 40% off. Plus, there's no money down, no payments for 12 months, and no interest for 12 months.
1-800-216-7421.
It's Champion Windows' 70th anniversary sale, and we're giving the presents to you. Right now, get 40% off new windows, plus pay nothing for 18 months. And we're giving away $70,000 in our home makeover giveaway. 70 years of designing, building, installing, and guaranteeing Champion Comfort 365 windows direct from our factory to your home. Don't wait. Get 40% off windows today. Call or schedule your free estimate online 24/7 at getchampionwindows.com.
5 years after a horrific explosion, Sun Prairie rebuilds while honoring a fallen firefighter.
He was just an amazing guy.
Armand Rahman shows you how the city is healing to make Sun Prairie stronger. Monday on News 3 Now at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Many people are outside enjoying the break in the weather, but another heat wave is just days away, with millions of people suffering in triple-digit temperatures right now and no end in sight. Elise Preston shares more from Los Angeles.
It is hot and it's very draining.
In Phoenix, there hasn't been a day cooler than 110 degrees this month, with excessive heat warnings expected to last through at least next week. Adding to the danger, red flag warnings as the Southwest braces for what could be yet another grueling, record-breaking heat wave.
What is driving this dangerous heat across the country?
Yeah, in a word, human-caused warming. It's not rocket science. You make the planet hotter, you're going to get more frequent, intense, long-lasting heat waves. We should expect the unexpected, which is...
Michael Mann and other scientists warn climate change could also trigger more devastating wildfires, like the ones in Canada that expose millions to dangerous air.
People could have a lingering cough for several weeks.
To prevent even more extreme weather events, Professor Mann warns action is needed now.
If things aren't done, what do you predict summers could look and feel like just 5 years from now?
I hate to think about that. Take the hottest, the most searing heat wave that you've ever experienced in your life. We would instead call that summer.
Experts say everyone can help cool the planet by using less gas, energy, and water. Elise Preston, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Ooh, Jacob, you want to move down south? I don't think I do.
You're the one who said you wanted to move down south when I talked to you the other day.
I never said triple-digit temperatures. Come down.
Yeah, I like the Midwest temperatures. I know it gets cold in the winter, but it beats the 100+ that a lot of the southern states see. And the temperatures down south are actually going to get warmer as we head into next week. Phoenix at 113, they're forecasted to get up to 120 at points next week. Meanwhile, we're going to get warm here, borderline hot, but nowhere close to that. We'll see temperatures maybe reach 90 degrees on Monday, but other than that, we'll mostly be in the 80s. We do have the chances of storms both Monday night and likely on Wednesday. So let me take you through the forecast on that. Very clear right now, and we're going to remain clear for about the next 48 hours or so. Much of tomorrow and Monday, we are going to be dry. But Monday night, we'll see some showers and storms move into our area from the north. Likely not going to last very long, and they'll mostly be during the overnight hours. So not a huge impact. These won't be a huge impact to any plans. But Wednesday, rain is likely, and it looks like the heaviest will be to the south of Dane County in parts of Illinois, right around the Wisconsin-Illinois border. That's where we could see a good amount of rainfall. But it looks to enter our area late morning, early afternoon, and possibly continue throughout a good portion of the afternoon. There is a good chance that a lot of areas could also see over an inch of rainfall, but it does look like Madison probably won't get up to an inch, but a 1/2 inch to 3 3/4 of an inch is definitely in the realms of possibility. So here's a look at the precipitation forecast. Again, these numbers are still subject to change considering it's still several days out, but the trend has kind of been pushing the rainfall a bit further south, but areas along the Wisconsin-Illinois border definitely could see over an inch, possibly 2 to 3 to Platteville, but my guess is that 2 to 3 might be an overestimate, but who knows? You know, these storms could produce very heavy rainfall over a brief period of time, and that could really up some of the totals. So 2 to 3 not out of the possibility, but again, these numbers could definitely be subject to change depending on where the storms fall, and just depending on if that trend does continue southward, we may see some of these totals a little bit less. Now, we also are going to see some pretty gusty winds, with wind gusts possibly up to 20 miles per hour for portions of Sunday, and then Monday we'll continue to see the wind gusts pick up, and Monday night into Tuesday, that's when the gustiest times will be, with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour at times, but the winds are going to calm down by Tuesday, maybe pick up for Wednesday once again. As far as temperatures, tomorrow going to be fairly comfortable, pretty close to average for this time of year, mid-80s, mostly sunny skies. It will be pretty warm during the afternoon, but Monday will be hotter with high temperatures around 90 degrees, and then we have that chance of rain overnight into Tuesday morning, with rainfall likely on Wednesday. We then have another chance of rainfall a little bit later into the week for Thursday and Friday, and then after Friday it does appear that things will dry out for next weekend. Now, we desperately need the rainfall, so this is about best case scenario considering it's been dry for the weekends and rainfall during the week, because next weekend looks pretty dry as well. I don't know about you, but even though it's going to be hot on Monday, I'm going to be thankful because it's not going to be as bad as portions of the South. I wasn't kidding. 120 is roughly the forecast for Phoenix later next week. So
that's a little
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That would easily be our all-time record high for Madison. So
definitely. Hopefully we don't reach that.
No, we won't.
Have you ever seen the Northern Lights, Jacob?
No, and you know, I lived in Rapid City for 2 years, and there were times where it got down to there, but the problem is you always got to like go out at like 3 a.m. to see the best views, and I was never up for that, but I wish I should have. But I've heard they sometimes show up here in Wisconsin.
July 13th, they could come here in Wisconsin.
That's awesome.
Maybe you have to go camp out. Thanks, Jacob. And still ahead, Johnny Davis had a huge night on the court. Find out how another Badger legend had an even bigger day off the court. That's next in sports with Andrew.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Get 40% off new windows during Champion's 70th anniversary sale. Plus, pay nothing for 18 months. And don't miss your chance to win our $70,000 home makeover. Enter online today. Call or schedule your free estimate online 24/7 at getchampionwindows.com.
Speeding is dangerous, and getting busted is expensive. Fines double in work zones. So mind your speed. It can save you money. It might even save a life.
Every driver makes a difference.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
At Denny's, we're celebrating Baconalia with new creations starring Black Label Thick Cut Cherry Wood Bacon. Ready to satisfy your bacon obsession? At Denny's.
It's diner time.
And now, rewards members get 2 free strips of our new premium bacon for a limited time.
Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning 9 awards in the Milwaukee Press Club Excellence in Wisconsin Journalism Competition, including top honors for Best Single Story or Feature Design and Best Feature Photograph. Take a trip to Paoli with Madison Magazine. See how this small community is using the best parts of its farming past to build a bright future. And watch the skyline as Madison leans into an epic growth spurt. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
It's been over 2 weeks since the Brewers have had an off day, yet they continue to keep finding ways to win. 2 more games until the All-Star break, and the NL Central leading Reds were back in town. Couldn't have asked for a better start in this one. 3rd inning, Willie Adames, who had already homered in this game, goes yard again. 15th and 16th taters of the season for the shortstop, and it gives Milwaukee a 4-1 advantage. But madness ensued. 7th inning, Ellie De La Cruz singled to give Cincy the lead. There he is, stealing home. But first, he stole 2nd and 3rd base before, you guessed it, swiping home. That's something you don't see every day. Elvis Peguero was not paying attention, and it would be the difference maker. Reds even up the series, 8-5 the score. In better news, Brewers ace Corbin Burns was named to the NL All-Star team today, replacing the Braves' Spencer Strider. The 2021 Cy Young winner has had an up-and-down season, but it was good enough to send the strikeout machine to his 3rd straight All-Star game. Milwaukee's only other All-Star, Devin Williams, announced today that he won't be pitching in the Midsummer Classic. And in the MLB Futures game, where the game's top prospects compete, Brewers farmhand Jacob Mizorowski put on a show. The Crew's #4 prospect struck out the side while throwing 10 pitches over 100 miles an hour in one single inning. Someone to watch for with the Crew. But before the Brewers game started today, the team celebrated Wisconsin women's hockey, winning their record NCAA 7th national championship. Captain Britta Curl threw out the first pitch, while head coach Mark Johnson reflected on what he calls nothing short of a magical season.
Certainly a pleasure. I mean, this is sort of some of the benefits of winning a championship. You get to come out, and Britta Curl, our captain, got to throw out the pitch here. So those things are special. It wasn't an easy road, so the players came together at the right time, played their best hockey, and ended up with the trophy. So it was a great year.
Elsewhere in the MLB, the Detroit Tigers tossed a no-hitter today against the Toronto Blue Jays. 3 Tigers combined for the no-no. It's just the 2nd no-hitter in the MLB this season, joining the Yankees' Domingo Germán's perfect game a few weeks ago. It's the 9th no-no in Detroit's history. Tigers win it 2-0. And the next time Frank Kaminsky returns to Madison, it'll be with a +1. Today, he and his wife, former SportsCenter anchor Ashley Brewer, tied the knot. One of Bucky's biggest icons added to the family. Speaking of legendary Badger ballers, Johnny Davis was in action with the Wizards tonight in the NBA Summer League. The former first-round draft pick got buckets. He dropped a team-high 17 points while collecting 5 rebounds and dishing out 3 assists.
Beautiful debut there. That's awesome.
Absolutely. What more could you ask for? I mean, but as great as a day as he had, I mean, Frank Kaminsky, man, the man ties the knot. A Badger legend, arguably one of the best to ever do it. What more can you say?
And Illinois native. Just want to put that out there.
It's true, but again, you know, he made the right decision leaving Illinois and coming up to the promised land.
Okay, agree to disagree. Thanks, Andrew. We'll be right back.
Shop and save during the extended 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit, just $299.99. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543.
Rider chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
At LL Flooring, we've seen it all.
It's a rental.
It's a remodel. It's a really bad day.
Can I do this?
Can you do this? We help you find your right floor at the right price, turning indecision into your best decision. LL Flooring, every step covered.
Which hotel? Somebody say which hotel? I'm great at this. Dance your faves in the spa-like bathroom.
Or enjoy local craft beers with breathtaking views at the Cambria. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Shop and save during the extended 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit, just $299.99. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
So, Andrew, have you ever seen the Northern Lights?
You know, I have one time. It was a couple months ago when they said you could see them here, and it was like 3 in the morning, and I got a notification on my phone and went out.
You got a notification on your phone? Wait,
you know,
what?
In honesty, I may have just been up late on Twitter.
Probably woke you up, right?
Yeah, well, of course. Let's just say this. You could barely see them, but I'm going to say that I've seen them.
Okay, fair enough.
You've definitely seen them, even if you haven't seen it full out, I guess.
Well, when you see it online, it's like vibrant colors, but you can barely see it here. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's take one final look at the forecast. Temperatures tomorrow not too bad. Hot on Monday. Then we have a chance of rain Monday night as well as Wednesday, with another chance of rain on Friday. So a good amount of rainfall possible next week with highs in the 80s after Monday.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow morning on News 3 Now.